Good evening to those who are watching this back. Come on, Tinternet, be strong. Be strong this evening. Be strong and powerful, Tinternet. 5 people. Hello, everybody. Is this going to be a good evening for the old live? Because everybody should be at home. Or are you having the dinners? Is it late enough that you're having dinners? Are you having Christmas Eve parties? Mr. Drew Edwards is already in. Well, he posted, was it 4:47? He got in there early and said, ho, 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 on the YouTubes. Hello, Rachel Bentley and everyone else. Hello, how you doing? Hope everyone is well. What a parkrun day yesterday, eh? Who would have thought that we're trying to take a little pod break and then the women's record goes, the women's parkrun record breaks, almost as if someone predicted it during a podcast and is on record by saying, yeah, it happened. Of course it happened. Because the same thing happened last year. Melissa Courtney Bryant, I think it was December, it was Christmas Eve, that was it. She did it at a pool. And then that got lowered again, didn't it? Because I've seen lots of people saying that it was 15:31, the previous record, which it was for the UK. But I'm not sure if people are forgetting or just not differentiating that Isabel Bat-Doyle, 15:25, did it a little while later in Australia. 31st of December 2022 is certainly that time of year. Is it because people have been doing all their training? Why have I got an angry reaction? Nigel Herbert and Karen Spackman, angry reactions. You've hit the wrong button, haven't you? What was I saying? Yeah. And I think maybe there's something in it. It's always around this time of year, and maybe people are training harder and they go home, having trained intensely, go for a casual park run, as it were, no pressure, and they go and blast the time. And I know sometimes they actually do go for it, but I don't know, it seems to be something in the water this time of year. There must be something, there must be a correlation for it, because like a couple of records, it got lowered a couple times last year, it's gone again this year. I know there were speedy times in January way back in Bushy. It was Andy Badley time, wasn't it? Anyway, all right, let's give a shout out to people. How you doing? Who we got? Gail Seal, let's bring up some of your names. Hello, Gail. And do let us know where you did go. Where were you? What did you do parkrun wise? Did you do a thing? If you did a thing, let us know. Please let us know if you did a thing. I'd like to know. And I especially like to shout out and give a feminine clap to those who did a thing. Lindsay Burrell, hello. James Benjamin, Sarah Gardner, Peter, just ordinary Peter. Hello, ordinary Peter. Merry Christmas, Danny. Merry Christmas to you too. Do you like my t-shirt as well? I've actually put a bit of tinsel up there. Gone very Christmassy, Christmas hat, but not wearing a Christmas jumper. I'm saving that for tomorrow. Best cat dad ever. This is one of my favorite t-shirts. And then it says, just ask. It says, if I can pronounce it properly, Dolly. There you go. Only difference being, because you can get these bespoke for the color of the cat and everything. But Dolly's eyes are yellow, not blue. That's the only slight differentiation. Anyway, Johan Duvenhaig, hello. Good evening from South Africa. Kay Cottrell made it. Hello, Kay. If you're going to be at a parkrun tomorrow for Christmas, where are you going to be? If not, let us know. What are your plans? Are you doing things? Yeah, or not? If you're just milling around far away from a parkrun, do let us know. Bushy, I think, is going to be a bit of a monster. It looks like what they have 1600, so I think it might be starting to encroach back on the 2000 again. It could be wildly wrong. People might go to other ones. I think there's Nonsuch and Richmond and Old Deer, I think, are happening. But yeah, the correlation to previous years is quite large. So looking forward to that, because I will be there amongst the crowds. It will be throbbing and chaotic. Alan Mullis, happy Christmas, Danny. Dolly and everyone, thank you very much. Dolly is just having a snooze. Nigel Herbert, I didn't know I'd done that. I don't know if it was you, Nigel. I mean, sometimes Gmail picks up these things wrong. Just the angry face of Karen Spackman now. What have I done, Karen? Sometimes people just accidentally tap it and it stays up there for some weird reason. And I run the mouse over it and it stays up there. Oh, is there another angry? No, just Karen Spackman. Phil Olsen, hello. Emma Shaw, welcome to the Emma Shaw Show. Emma Shaw Show, that's hard to say. Emma Shaw. Hello, almost late, just washed up after my Christmas dinner. Christmas day today for me, yeah, because it's Danish, is that right? You celebrated it the day before. Phil Olsen, Karen Spackman, David and Vanessa Beadsworth, Tony Howells. Hello, all you lovely people. Good evening, everyone. I was at Aberfields Parkrun marshalling. And Lindsay Burrell was at Brighouse for volunteer location 98. So on your way to your volunteer cowl, Lindsay. 2 more on the way. Colin Apps, Merry Christmas, everybody. Buckingham for Team O'Brien. The O'Briens were Buckingham yesterday. No things achieved. Kate Cottrell loves my t-shirt. Need a rabbit one. I expect you'd probably be able to get it. I think they do it for dogs. I'm sure they'd expand it for a variety of people's pets. It would be remiss if they didn't want to have that option for the bespoke. But yeah, it's nice to have that. There's a lot of companies that do this sort of thing. It's actually been quite worn. Nigel Herbert, I'm banned from him indoors from doing a park run on. That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate, Nigel. Tell him indoors that you're going to go regardless. And what's he going to do? Is he going to lock you out? I hope not, but just go. You needed one of those Christmas parkrun passes to go along. It is arguably one of the best parkrun days. Surely you can't be banned from the Christmas parkrun day. I've regaled my story many a time of the stress I could see my mum going to her very first Christmas Day bushy in 2006. It's the first time in, how old was she at the time? Sorry for saying this, in the 50s, which is mad to think that for about decades time I'll be the same age. But and she was like, oh, who's going to do the Christmas cooking and all that sort of thing? And it really frazzled her because she'd spent 5 decades of doing the same thing on Christmas Day, and that was staying at home and doing conventional stuff. And then parkrun came along and really threw apart convention, and never looked back. Never looked back. Mum and Dad just absolutely loved it. They won't be with us tomorrow, unfortunately, but when they did go, they absolutely loved it. Certainly very much in the early days. I think it's a little bit more overwhelming for them nowadays. And yeah, Dad, as he's getting a bit old, doesn't enjoy the traveling as far as much anymore, which is understandable. Susan Cartwright, evening, Danny. Happy Christmas. Going to Malden Prom to work on my Pindex, on the P index. Malden Prom, blimey. When was I there? 10 years ago. I remember it really well. I have all the photographs on my Facebook somewhere. I think I was the first finisher. I may have been. Yeah. And I got given ice cream, didn't I? Phil Olsen, we'll be at Gunnersbury and then off to Luton Airport. Poland. Yeah, Poland is happening. Luton to Warsaw, I'm assuming. Phil, confirm this for me. I have wanted to and contemplated, should have done it last year. Not going to happen this year. 1 year, maybe. I know there will be a bunch of tourists going out there to whack in an extra park run, and I would like to join you at some point, but not this year, maybe in future years. Warsaw's got about 4 going on, I think, all in close vicinity. So you've got plenty of options, and yeah, weather-wise, they tend to go on regardless of snow and ice if it is like that. Amy Rose O'Hanlon, hello you. 3rd run director stint in a row for me tomorrow. You know where? Harcourt Hill, I don't know. Oxford. Uni Parks, University Park. So you're doing Uni Parks on Christmas Day. That'll be a popular one. There's going to be a few locations, I think like Poole as well, are going to be very, very popular. What did I see? Was it Trentham Gardens? Had a big turnout of 850. They were like 3rd overall yesterday. They had a huge turnout. Beverly, what did I miss? Peeling carrots and 2 tons of sprouts. Nothing much, just a little bit of general chit chat and talk. And I'm going through where people went yesterday to find out if people did anything, give them an option, because it's not happening in the pod this week. Just giving you an outlet if necessary. Where are we? Kelly Crofts doing the course check tomorrow for the first time. Whereabouts, Kelly? Where are you doing the course check? Shall enjoy watching all the parkrunners enjoying parkrun in their Christmas gear. I would like to go live from Bushy. If it is a big one, I'll have my phone. I'll do a quick live. It will only be through Facebook. So if you want to see what it's like, and if there is big numbers and everything, I'll try and go live again shortly after. I'll go and speak to the timer. So look out for that if you're parkrun done, park done, whatever you want to call it, and go home and want to see how it's been, or you can even comment and let us know what it's been like at your end. So I should be live for maybe about 5-10 minutes, pre-parkrun and post-parkrun, all being well. I plan to run around with Jem. Jem and I will be running around together, hopefully around 25-minute mark. So anybody at Parkrun, Bushy tomorrow, I'll see you there. Martin Derra, look at this one. Hello. Timekeeping at the 5 Arches Parkrun yesterday, Marshall at Collett Park Junior Parkrun in Shepton Mallet this morning, and Bar Skyline, sorry, Collett Park Junior Parkrun in Shepton Mallet this morning, and Bar Skyline Parkrun in tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's a busy, busy time for everybody. I was at Lovelace Juniors today wearing my King Danny hat, making sure it was all okay, which it is, and I'll be running in that, and I'll be running in my With Me Our Dolly jumper. So yeah, lots of people doing a burst of 3 parkruns, 2 5Ks, 2 5Ks, 1 maths, 2 5Ks, 1 2K. Emma Shaw, unless 24th falls on a Saturday, I don't get a Christmas Day parkrun. Yep, Danish. Yep, I thought so. So you do things differently. Karen Spackman, totally arbitrary 180th parkrun at Uni Parks yesterday, wearing a surprise gift of a dartboard from Amanda Murray Hintide. No context as to what. Yes, there is. Wake up, Danny. 180. Sorry. Tail walked, and my cold tail walker took my foster dog for me. Lovely. Took my foster. So you've got one dog and you're fostering another dog at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. What is foster doggy's name? Please let us know. Johan, not park running, because yes, South Africa, you have your extra. You don't get to do Christmas. It's just us, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. Is that right? Yeah, you get your Freedom Day one. Since a special day moved to Freedom Day. Holly, not park running only. Yeah. Harley Archer Tree, happy Christmas, one and all. I'm off to Stevenage Parkrun tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing lots of my parkrun family. Yeah, it's going to be a big, happy day. What's the weather forecast? What's it going to be like? Is it going to be some slight rain? There is some rain forecast. Weather forecast UK. 15 degrees Celsius, what, right now, and tomorrow between 8 and 13 where we are. Precipitation chance, 10%, 30%. Okay, fundamentally like it was today, maybe a little bit of extra wind. So it should be, 10, 11, 15 miles an hour wind. So it should be all okay weather-wise for everybody. There's no worry or panic about cancellations on the day, all being well, fingers crossed. Nikki Jones, I completely skipped that. Today's Boxing Day for me as working over Christmas. Hopefully the work goes okay, Nikki. Hopefully work goes okay. Vanessa Beadsworth went to Battlestead Croft, fabulously wet and muddy. That's the third event, Battlestead. They've completely subverted the usual numbers go up and up and up from the first to the second to the third. I've kept tabs on that because that's going to be one of my nenids. I went to Newent. We'll come to that in a second. Actually, I need to tell you about Newent because it's lovely. I was none the wiser about Newent, really. I've been keeping tabs on it, but worth me to give them a shout out as I'm not going to profile them on the pod. The two Jasons thoroughly enjoyed splashing through them. Two Jasons. Who's the other Jason? I know one is Jason Beads. Well, yeah, one will be your. Many no context comments happening at the moment. Sorry. I try and keep tabs on your people, on your personal things, but sometimes there's so many names. Yeah, Battlestead was down a little bit for the third event. I'm sure it'll go jumping up in the January. Well, we're going to get all the New Year's resolutions kicking in. Anthony O'Brien, University of Northampton tomorrow. Yeah, they're doing one. Yeah, pretty new, going straight into the doing Christmas Day. That'll be a great one there. Merry Christmas, Danny. Thank you, Sue Smith, for spelling my name wrong. D-A-N-N-I from Sydney, Australia. A351, A357. I love that. We get emails on occasion from people saying they've done the thing, and I tried to divert people toward Facebook if they're on it. If they're not on Facebook, then fine, we make exceptions. But they'll always do the email and they'll sign off with the athlete ID number, which is right. But of course, it's for the arbitrary post. We don't really read the athlete ID numbers. But hello, Sue. Merry Christmas. Enjoy Sydney. Enjoy your Christmas down there. I'm sure it's going to be. Oh, hang on. It's happening in a few hours, right? You'll be having it very shortly. Enjoy. Hopefully the weather, but it's summertime, will be nice and warm for you. Lindsay Barrell, yes, all being well. Location 99 on New Year's Day and volunteer cowl on the 13th of January at Pavilion Garden. Sorry, I've got my headphones on because I'm going to play some video stuff in a minute regarding the ladies' record getting broken. Location 99 on New Year's Day and cowl on the 13th at Pavilion Gardens. Look forward to seeing that on the arbitraries and things when we come back for the pod. Karen Spackman, a tridector for you, Amy O. Don't know what that means. Very festive run at Moores Valley yesterday. Extra kudos to the folks dressed as giant quality streets. Nice. And we have Stuart Brownwood saying hello, even everyone. Let me read the comments before I bring them up. Pete, Gunners Breeze Christmas Day to complete my staying alive challenge. Okay. 3 Gs and 3 Bs. 3 Bs, 3 Gs. Phil Olsen off to Warsaw. Yeah, that's why I would have gone. I've done a freedom run around one of the courses. The one which is nearest the football stadium, when I went over there for my Z. Linda and Norma. Hello, Mum. Merry Christmas to you. I actually, do you know what? I'll give you a call afterwards, and I'll also speak to you on the day, of course. Merry Christmas to you. Good evening. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year 2024 to you all. Yeah. I will give you a chat. I'll give you a quick catch up and chat because I'm not seeing you tomorrow, but I will see. I'll having a chat with my mum through the internet. I'll see you. I'll come up on Wednesday to come and see you with the fam. Sarah Gardner was at Horsham on Saturday for number 49. No parkrun on Christmas Day for me, though. Family time, it will be there in spirit with all the Kirk crowd and Bushy. You know my feelings. So Sarah is a club mate. You know my feelings regarding you not going there on Christmas Day. And one day you'll go. One day you'll go, and then you'll think, I wish I'd gone sooner. K Cultural went to Ponte Barley yesterday with 58 others. Ruthven Memorial playing fields tomorrow, and both small and very friendly. Then I am fun report. Then I am fun run reporting. I think there's a lot of autocorrect goes on, isn't there? Before tuning into With Me Now. Yeah, I'll be on at 12:30 tomorrow just to see if anything has you want to tell us about as well. Maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Hopefully, we might have an extra guest. I might bring some sassy person who's sitting next to me, and a young American called Aviva, and will be a bit of fun. She does a lot of park walking at various locations. So it'd be nice to have a different perspective on things. Everyone wishing my mum Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for wishing a Merry Christmas, and to my mum and to my dad, of course. Dad'll be watching silently in the background. And then we have, let's get through the comments, and I can move on to the world record stuff. World record? It's not really a world record. Parkrun record. You know what I mean? Parkrun. Some people get really pedantic about the whole definition of it. Understandable, because it's not officially 5K on every course, but I think most people understand that it's like done in good faith. Everyone wishing happy birthday. Mark Swindell, not happy birthday, Merry Christmas to my mum. Mark Swindell's Merry Christmas, one and all. Good luck to all park running tomorrow, marshalling at Chelmsford Central. And Bushy on Christmas Day. Stuart Brownwood, Bushy on Christmas Day would be the dream. Looking forward to my first ever Christmas Day run in the morning, says Karen Bennett. Yep, you're going to love it. Hi, Jenny. Stuart Brownwood, Bar Skyline is my only ever tourism weather fail. That one that got away. I had a Southampton. It was cancelled once, but I've been there twice since. Alan Mullis, yesterday at Jesmond Dean. Blythe Links, hope to see Elliot Line. All right, let's try and get through these comments very quickly, because I'm literally going to be, it's like a conveyor belt of comments, and I'm never going to get to the main point of what I want to say. New one. I also want to talk about the new ladies record. Let me just write this down here so I don't miss it. All right, I'm not going to try and skip anyone's comments if I can. Jenny Ruth going to California Country. Louise Watts is final managing at Gunnersbury. Barco scanning at Priory Park Juniors. Gunnersbury tomorrow again. Needs to get off fast. Yeah, well, you watch Bushy, especially if they do have 2,000. The times and the tokens will not correlate, because they've got a lot of funnel managers. They have a big volunteer roster, but a lot of people will just duck and go and argue, and they're going to have to do some magic, play with the results, and try and get some semblance, which they always have to do. People just will not hang. They've got to go. They've got to scoot. Want to get out the car park. So the funnel is going to be long. I'm going to be stood in it. Other people not so fast, which is a shame. Really, when you think getting the message across, if you're going to go to the funnel, you're not going to take a token and therefore don't care about the result, don't cross the line. But loads of people, again, don't understand the concept of the correlation between the timers and the tokens. If it stays in sync, it makes the volunteers' lives easier, but there's always someone. Andy Wingate usually is a person who does the results processing. Andy Hayworth is the run director tomorrow. He's a co-ED at Bushy, and I expect he'll do processing of results. But it makes it very difficult for people's lives, like Andy, where they spend their Christmas Day they do a fantastic job, especially last year, the way that they get the times pretty close. They understand where they should take up chunks of unknowns, and they have points of knowledge regarding people's time, so they can try and keep it there, because you don't want to give someone who's there new, who does 40 minutes and looking for a PB, suddenly get given 35, because it's going to be impossible. You want it to try and be as equal for everybody. But in an ideal world, people, if they're going to duck out of the funnel, just wouldn't go in the funnel in the first place. But it's going to happen. There's going to be a couple of hundred people do that, unfortunately, no matter how much they may say, because you can't hear the run brief even with the megaphones and speakers at Bushy, because there's too much chatter. There's 2,000 people chatting. It's like a small army. Anyway, don't want to be too centric on Bushy, sorry. Karen Spackman, where are you going tomorrow? University Park. Other people having a chat. Okay. Anna McManus went to Battlestead Croft and running spikes. Okay, that's a good one to remind for people. There you go. I will take my trail shoes then when I go to Battlestead Croft in due course. David Owen's going to Hereford tomorrow with daughter and granddaughter in the stroller. Yep, I was your way near Newent. Sorry, I didn't tell you. It was a bit of a last minute decision, and we didn't really hang hugely long. We hung around a little bit. Wanted to come back early. Volunteeringest post ever. Amazing. I've really got to read these comments before I bring them up. I'll be timekeeping tomorrow at Torveen. Third timekeeping 3 days. 8 timing planned over 16 days. You have indeed. David Owen, Dixon Junior Park Run, all the way through. Right, Jason Beadsworth and our best mates. This is the Jasons I was asking for. It's also Jason 2. They are J1 and J2. I did not know this. Now I have context. My friends say, why have you won, J when you can have 2? Well, that's a bit being greedy there on the Jason front. Louisa Ribeiro, Paz. Is that a bot? Did you mean something else? Karen Spackman, I don't even know. Louisa Ribeiro, no icon on YouTube. Who's that? Could be someone mucking around. I may have to ban someone. You never know. What does Paz mean? Karen Spackman, foster dog is called Ted, a lockdown working Cocker Spaniel who has returned to his breeder. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of people getting their dogs from breeders. Yeah. We just managed 40 whole minutes for snuggle time on the sofa today. 9 days ago, he could not switch off for a minute. Every extra minute is progress. I'm sure the park and adventures are helping him. Absolutely ingratiating and socializing. Stuart Brownwood again. Stuart Brown, we're talking about the record, women's record. We'll come to that in a bit. 4th visit to Blythe Links for Elliot. Lil Morris this evening. Andrew Turner, Merry Christmas from Melbourne. Off to Maribyrnong. It is Maribyrnong, isn't it? Fingers crossed the forecast. Rain stays away. Oh, there you go. There's me assuming. Well, obviously, Sydney's far away from Melbourne, but yeah, Melbourne's a bit more like our weather generally, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. I've never been there. I can't say for sure, but I try to keep tabs. People say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to Alison. How do I switch the captions off? People, please let her know. There's a button to tap somewhere. Helen Russ is doing volunteering at Toby Forest. Stuart Brown was asking about funnel duckers. Yeah, there are. Yeah, it's just people need to get off and out and away, and it's happened every single year. Since it got big, I should say. Since it got really big, you'll have a large chunk of people going there generally, or there'll be a lot of spectators. It is a bit of a carnival. It's a very different animal to week at Bushy on Christmas Day. It's joyous, but there's also logistical nightmares to be dealt with, and the team do a fantastic job. The volunteers are extremely well experienced and prepped, and they make contingencies. The only way to keep them in there would be have that netting stuff they can't duck out of, but I'm sure people still actually just push it over and jump out of the way. Jana, I'll see you tomorrow. Jana Gosak, I will see you. Sorry, there this morning at Lovelace Juniors. And then Stuart saying maybe they meant peace. Okay, cool. Peace on earth to everybody. And Nemini Van der Blake. Right, family volunteerism tomorrow to Gory, where we're all on the roster. Fantastic. Right, I've got through the comments, and therefore I can get to this bit. It's what I've been meaning to get to. So yesterday, Kira McGeehan. So I believe it's Kira McGeehan. If there's anyone Irish watching, or Nemini, tell me off if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Because I think it's pronounced like that, because in the video, Faith Kipyegon, isn't it? Faith, she mentions it. So I just want to have a read of this so we can just get up to speed on the latest female women. Ladies, I mean, I know some people find it patronizing. Apologies if you find it patronizing. Sorry, women's record went yesterday, 15:13, taken down from 15:25 from, remind myself, Danny, Isabel Backdoor in Australia. David Rivers, just a quick comment in here. Even Danny, no parkrun tomorrow. It's family day. Yeah, but you can have a family day at parkrun. You can combine the two. I'm going to play this. Hopefully you can hear this. You might be able to hear it. I don't know. But Faith Kipyegon is awarding. So I've got the headphones on.
Congratulations on your wonderful season 2023. You should be proud of yourself. I'm pleased and honored to let you know that you are PPC Northern Ireland Sports Personality of the Year.
Oh,
congratulations and hope to see you in 2024.
Oh my goodness.
Kira McGeehan.
Well, I don't know what to say about that, but also
we thought there's possibly only one person we could get to present you with the award.
I just kept that quiet. Oh.
Well done.
Firstly, I can't thank everybody enough, one, for this award, but this is just a reflection on the performances that I've had, but I wouldn't be here without the support of everybody at home, and I'm truly blessed to be from our wee part of the world.
There you go. So hopefully you heard that. If not, I think it had the subtitles up anyway. So more information on, is it Kira? Again, shout at me if I'm doing it wrong. Record-breaking athlete Kira McGeehan was 2023 Northern Ireland Sports Personality of the Year. Done very, very well. So setting new national records, hitting form ahead of the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. European and Commonwealth 1500 meter silver medalist, knocked over 2 seconds off Sonia O'Sullivan's 29-year Irish mile record in July. And Sonia O'Sullivan held the women's record for a long, long time, 16:22 at Bushy. That stood for years and years and years. So yeah, certainly got some class and quality about her. Rory Murphy, our dear patron, Irish Rory, was absolutely ecstatic to see this happen. He's a big fan. He's a follower of athletics, and really happy to see this occur yesterday. So yeah, McGeehan is fastest athlete in history over the distance of the 1500 meters. Faith Kipyegon, I'm just going to read this from Wiki. I'm not going to show it to you, but she's the world record holder. She holds a world record with 3:49 and the 1 mile record of 4:07. She used to hold the 5,000 meter record of 14:05. So that's Faith who was giving the award over. But Kira, it was very well established in the running scene now. She's certainly got a lot of quality. She broke the Irish 1500 meter record, went on to break it again, set a new Irish 800 meter record. So yeah, she has pedigree. She finished just outside the medals in August in the World Champs in 4th place. Arguably one of the best ever lineups for a women's 1500 meter final. And there you go. So she's been having a stellar year, and I'm sure topped off with the highlight of her year of being parkrun women's record holder. I'm sure that overrides all the other records. Obviously, I'm being silly just in case you're not picking up on that jokiness. Yeah, there you go. And a little bit more asking her about thanking everybody in the community, getting behind her, and lovely trophy. There you go. And Neil Britton, BBC Sport Northern Ireland Executive Director, said it's been exceptional 12 months for local athletes with success at both national and international level. Yeah, I've seen Rory singing a lot of praises for a variety of Irish athletes. You have had a good year at Ireland, haven't you, athletics wise? And Kira has excelled on the world stage. Hugely competitive year. There you go. That is hopefully more information on Chiara McGeehan. There you go. That's the ladies' record done. So that's kind of covered until it goes again. Will it go again? I think in the era of bouncy trainers, bouncy carbons, that you will have, maybe a SmackDown happen at some point. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I think, what's the record? 14:05. Someone has an absolute blast and dips under 15. I think, once it starts to dip under 15, it'll start to get a little harder. Obviously, it's very different to the track. And if you really want to smash the ladies' record, go along to Pegwell Bay and run 200 meters short for a 5K. Still is short, apparently. Got measured. It's not me taking the mickey. It is a fact. It's 4.8K, and they still trying to negotiate the changes of it. So, yeah, and I did have a check. Victoria Belfast is down as 5K for a variety of people's recordings on the Stravas. Karen says, I wonder if Kira wished she'd started parkrunning earlier, like most of us do. I don't think she's necessarily fast. I think elite athletes just see it as, it was very much like a training exercise. I think she's quoted as saying it was a bit of training and a bit of speed work during it. It's never going to be something that they will absolutely blast and ruin themselves for, because you don't want to risk injury, because there's no point doing it. You want to give your absolute best at the World Champs or the Olympics or any championship or qualifying athletics meets. A coach would never allow their athlete to break themselves at a park run, because there's no remuneration for it. There's nothing for getting the record. There's nothing for getting the first number one token. It's not the same. It's not the Olympics. It's not like getting a gold medal. It's something that we'll be lucky to see if somebody wants to go and have a blast for fun. But I don't think we're ever going to see someone absolutely obliterate themselves into the ground, because if there's a consequence if something goes wrong. But for now, I think you're going to still see the quality of female running will get higher and higher, and you'll see it appear in parkrun every now and then. And like I say, the times will get lowered. I think it's just inevitable. I mean, records always go at some point or other. Some last for ages, like Andy Badley's that lasted over a decade. And then you have other ones that last a week, like last year. I mean, this Courtney Bryant and so on, and getting sort of swapped hands very frequently. Merry Christmas, everyone, says Chris Nichols. Johan says, do the record breakers choose specific courses where it's more likely to achieve a good time? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it tends to be when they get asked, what are you doing? I went home. So they just happen to pop along to the park run because it's the nearest one to home in the meanwhile. I think this is the case here. I mean, if they really want to check out super fast flat courses, then there are ones. I mean, Dulwich is notorious for being particularly quick, and you have ones like York, which is pancake flat, but of course you're open to the weather. So yeah, good question, really. But I don't think they do. I think it's just circumstantial a lot of the time, most of the time. Amanda Murray Hind says hi. Amy Rosa Hannon. Oh, blimey, if you had another one, we had a new course record at Uni Park yesterday. This happened a load when you were filling in for Nicola. 15:01 by Speedy J. Wow. JM 15 to 17. The uni students need to pull their socks up. Well, that's going to go sub 15 at some point, isn't it? Crikey. Well, there you go. Uni Parks is, well, it is. It's a quick old course. Blimey, from a 15 to 17-year-old. Well, he's got a lot of prospect and potential, hasn't he? Sometimes elite athletes blast around parkrun first finisher, keep themselves unknown in results. Yeah, some elite athletes do that because they get told not to do parkrun because some old school coaches really don't like parkrun, and they ignore their coaches and do it anyway. And it's also that way they can't get found out. They can have a test, they can have a little bit of fun and a blast, but they can't get recorded as doing so. Obviously, they want to try and make sure they don't get photographed either. People don't talk about them online. And also some people are bothered about things like Run Britain, and they're worried about averages. I used to be the same. I used to be bothered about my average. I used to be bothered that I never, what is it, like 400 park runs until I went over 20 minutes. And it was a very arbitrary line. Sometimes people just get set in their ways over what they want to do with recording their times at a park run. What I wouldn't give to go under 20 minutes now. What I wouldn't give. Emma says used to see at Perry Hall, right next to Alexander Stadium, of course. Yeah. And obviously, certain geographies have a high quality athlete. You've got like Loughborough University, and down here, Southwest London with St Mary's, and like you say, you've got Alexander Stadium nearby. Where is your next Nenid? Says David Irwin. Well, Newent was my Nenid, and we'll come to that in a second. And it's now Forest Dean. Apparently, Forest of Dean, which is not very far away because Newent is in Forest of Dean, and the actual Forest of Dean parkrun is my Nenid. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get over there that way at some point. Yeah, it's got to that point. It's Wales, Nottingham, or Norwich, or even Devon. Amanda Murray Hindhide is volunteering at Bramley, or Bramley is family. What's this? Love that little dolly tile. It's beautiful, isn't it? I love it. It's just a fantastic picture of a little snoot. And Karen Spackman is that youngster still only lapped me once yesterday. Newent. Can I talk to you about Newent? Because I feel guilty that I'm not going to profile it for the pod, but I just need to bring some data up. Let's have a look. You can look at Newent. If you've been to Newent Parkrun, do let me know, please. Do let me know. It's been going a while. It has been going a while. So I'm going to share the tab with you. Share screen. Oh, come on, internet. I can see you going a bit squonky with the... This is because I'm trying to share too many things. Let's close down that. Let's close down some tabs so you can see. Hopefully it'll improve the internet. Am I going all blocky? That got better? Right, there we go. Newent, the course. So if you look at Newent, Jenny says, liking the beard, Danny, suit you. Thank you. Gem, not a big fan because it scratches and itches. Newent Parkrun. Let's have a peek. Expand it out. Very handy, this little expanding through Google Maps, because if you arrive in the car park and you're not quite sure where the start is, then you can just see using this map. Oh, this StreamYard thing, just this stupid thing where like you roll over the mouse and it covers your screen. Is that not showing the map any further? There we go. That'll work. So there you go. Do you guys do that? Let us know if you do that. So you'll look for where the start pin is. And then if you open this up on your phone on Google Maps, it will obviously show you where you're located. And then you can see how far you are. So if I go here into Newent, so we pull up, it's a school and it's Newent Community School. And I think they share like a sports facility. I think people can go in and use the gym. But there's the main car park. You can just drive in, free car parking, park up. We parked just there with the white handers and we go, right, where do we go? And then we know that we're going to run around this field. And then we know the start is over here. They all assemble around here. And the finish line is done just there. And yeah, if you look at it, you're thinking, oh, you're just running around a field. So yeah, you do a little bit. But once again, if you ever look at a map, it never actually shows you the reality as to what it is like on the ground. But this little blue line, if you notice, goes on like a little wooded area out the back. You run around inside and then you pop out and you go down. No dogs allowed because there's no dogs allowed in the school ground. And then you loop around on the field and it's 2 laps. You basically do a little inner lap and then 2 laps around the outside. So it's very, very quaint. I thought it was very, very quaint. I enjoyed it a lot. Jenny Ruth says, I like how if I've ever looked at the parkrun map for an event, it shows up permanently on my Google Maps. Yeah, it'll always be there in the background when it records it to your particular history. Absolutely use Google Maps expand to check I get to the correct place at new location. So handy. Also used it a lot for all those freedoms during the pause. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another good point as well. People being able to go and do freedom runs and work out where the course goes if it's up to date. So new and parkrun, let's share this tab. And then if you look at their history, event history, 481 parkruns. So it's been going a long old time. So if I scroll down, if it keeps up, I believe they started in 2013 toward the earlier part of the year. Yeah, 9th of the 3rd, because the numbers are showing in American date format. But yeah, 9th of March. And then they started off with 59 people, 22 people, 6 on the 3rd event. That might have been poor weather. But in terms of their record turnout, I'm not sure what the record turnout is. I didn't actually have a look. I should have filtered that. Should we do that? How many? What's the record? 138. So not huge. But event number going down. 83. There's a little bit bumped up. People from Bryn Back were there, and a few more tourists and dressed up in Christmas boxes and lots of Santa hats and elf costumes and everything. But yeah, 39, 41, 52, 67. And it is very lovely, very communal. The run director, and well, the Curry Ds, I believe, are the Curry Ds, but the run directors there that morning were absolutely fantastic. They were lovely to speak to, so friendly, very communal. You know, I like my little park runs because of the fact that you have finite time to talk to so many people. And yeah, and they got weeks in advance. Yeah, all grand, all grand. Really liked Newent. Take your trail shoes. Another one where you definitely should take your trail shoes. But yeah, like I say, free parking. They don't really have a cafe, no park faff facilities. The school caretaker needs a shout out, actually. The school caretaker is there to opens up the gates to allow them access into the certain fields, opens up the toilets for them and the building they use to get their stuff. Yeah, just fantastic little parkrun that just functions away happily, peacefully in the background. And not many people really think about it. Some people might look at it and go, oh, it's just running around the field. It's more than that. It's always more than the sum of its map parts, right? But yeah, part of the reason why I put it off for a bit was because there's no dogs and Steve can't take Bertie. But yeah, I said, look, it's my Nenid, we're going to go here, so he had to leave Bertie at home. Stuart Brownwood looks like a very pleasing course, like Horsepath or Ellesmere Port. It reminded me, yeah, Horsepath, yeah, it does. Horsepath it reminded me of, and then you got other courses like that with elements which are Holston Magpies. There's another one, isn't it? But Horsepath, definitely. Horsepath, it reminded me of exactly running around a school field and then you pop out into like a farmer's field. It's very similar, very close to that. What was my YouTube video? Somebody posted in the comment for Horsepath saying, you're destroying the school fields. So my video was posted about, was it 2 years ago or something now? Was it a year and a half ago, 18 months ago? And they're like, you're destroying the school fields. And it's like, not really. The Horsepath will run around the edge. I wouldn't say they're destroying the school field at all. Not many, loads of feet going around on the outside. It's not damaging the pitches, is it? Anyway, very strange. You always get these comments strange on the internet. Johan Duvenhaig, I use the map frequently, especially for freedom runs where there are no permanent signage or when I arrive early and walk the route before the time to take pics. Okay, there you go. Yeah, and Stuart, happy about the caretaker. Yeah, just he lets everything. He opens everything and then jumps on his grass cutter and mows the lawn around. He keeps himself busy. Is not interested in being involved in the run brief and celebrations and thanking. Just goes about his business quite happily and functions and has helped them do that for years and years and years and years and years. Anyway, right. Anything else to say? 40 minutes. I think it's pretty much light and tight. People are going. Am I boring you? Nothing to say. Nothing to ask me about. Nothing to talk about. You didn't do anything yesterday of interest. Normally get 100+ comments on the old arbitrary posts. Do let me know if you have done something. If not, I'll start to say goodbye. I'll wind it up. Let you guys go back to having a lovely, peaceful Christmas Eve ready for the big day tomorrow. Hope you are going to have a wonderful day. Vanessa Beadsworth, I hope everyone has a fab Christmas Day parkrun. I agree too. So last chance. No, people are saying last chance. for people to say if they did anything yesterday or what they're doing tomorrow. Nope, people are wishing me Merry Christmas. Go away, Danny. Bugger off. I'm Stuart. Yeah, but Stuart, you're way nice. You're most definitely not boring us, Danny. Oh, some numbers are coming back now. I think a chance Bushy gets attendance record tomorrow. It's not going to be 2,500. I can't see it. They won't. I can't see it jumping 900. Do you know what? If I'm wrong, Emma, then I will. I'm about to say, well, I'll come to agreement to not eat my hat, but I'll do something to say. Have a fabulous day tomorrow, Danny. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it. Andy Gardner sits in the background quietly. Feliz Navidad. Have you gone wrong on a course lately, Andy? Have you not looked at, a course map? I was speaking about course maps. It would have been very good and handy if you'd looked at the 5 arches one. Sorry, the 5 arches one before you went missing. Sorry, came back way too early, I should say. Sorry, just taking the mic. And then Fab Christmas Day parkrun, says Helen Rutter. Thank you, Lee Hopkins. There we go. Are there any league tables and parkruns that have been repeated the most by individual runners? League tables? No. I mean, no. There's no league tables as such. Data-wise, you're going to have people that I think somebody at Basingstoke has never gone elsewhere. Is up to 650 or something. Yeah, no, you'd end up having to sift through. To be honest with you, just start from the 500 clubbers and look at where they've been, and then you start to pick out the ones that have been to the same event over and over and repeated the most outside of the tourist point of view. Yeah, there are some people that have done 100 or 200 at a variety of events. Darren Wood has been like loads at Frimley Lodge, and then loads at Bushy, and now Edenbrook and other places. Jenny Ruth says, thank you for this. You're very welcome. I'll be back with you again tomorrow. Give you a bit of company just to let you release any parkrun information this way. If you want to tell us what you did, if you've done anything exciting, even just have a little funny anecdote or a joke. Carl Fleming, don't forget your bark, ho, 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 hoed. Very good. Very, very, very good. Vanessa Beesworth, not boring at all. What's on tonight on TV? Is there anything that I'm missing TV-wise? Football's all finished. Football doesn't happen again now. Chelsea lost. Shame. And Boxing Day, isn't it? Is it back on Boxing Day? It's normally on Boxing Day, the football. Have a Bailey's, Danny. I will do, actually. I have a new bottle. They've got me a new bottle very kindly earlier today, so I will go and have a Bailey's. I'll put some ice in it and have a little chill and a cuddle with my dolly. What time will first finish tomorrow at Bushy be? Jake, why is my brain going crazy? No, Jake Whiteman. Yeah, Jake Whiteman, sorry, isn't it? Yeah, he ran this weekend. He's normally in and around on Christmas Day. I saw him last year, but he doesn't blast it. He normally blasts the one before. And Jake, who is gold medalist, isn't it? The year before. Is that right? Do you know what? Do you know what I've done? I've come out of athletics so much. I've become so disillusioned from a lot of the scandal and the drug element and the lack of faith in records being legit that I used to watch it all the time. I used to watch Diamond League and just read about it and be so invested, and I've become a bit disillusioned, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There we go. What did you get? Yeah, 2022 World Championships, Eugene. That's the one, because it got put out, wasn't it, from all the pandemic. That was it. Of course he was. But yeah, Jake will probably jog around. He did last time. I don't think he even recorded his result last time. So good question. Who will be the first one? I think you'll see a sub 15 tomorrow, Bushy. I'll be surprised if you don't. What did he run yesterday? If the page ever actually bothers to open up, I'll tell you. He ran 14:52 yesterday, and his PB is 14:39. Very capable of a lot faster, but like I said, he's not gonna break himself in a million years. He's not going to risk anything like that. Merry Christmas, Danny. Merry Christmas, Elliot, to you and your family. Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully see some of you guys tomorrow. We'll probably be on for about half an hour, and then we can all have our Christmas dinners. Tony House, thanks, Danny. Have a great Christmas, everyone. I can carry in wrapping presents. I've really not been part of Christmas in that respect this year. I feel a bit, well, hopefully next year. Here's looking to 2024 being a better year, a positive year. We've got a general election coming, which I think is going to have a resounding effect on the general mood of the nation. That's going to be a big thing. I know it's politics, but it is going to have quite a resounding impact on where us as a nation gets led. And you know, Marge, I say that Keir Starmer could end up just being the same old, and we may just be voting for an alternative rather than because we believe in what he's going to do. But that is a different matter entirely. Gunners top at Christmas. They are indeed, but we were top at Christmas last year and we crumbled and threw it away and Man City took over. So I'm not getting my hopes up. I've been there before, once bitten, twice shy. It's been 20 years since we won the league. So yeah, maybe Declan Rice will carry us through. Emma Short, enjoyed this. You've been part of our Christmas evening. Thank you. Always fun. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Hi to Bev, Jem and Dolly. Thank you very much. I'll give them big highs. Most repeats. What most repeats of? Oh, you mean like who has been back to a different park run? There was a small period of time where I was the most repeated. I think I'd repeated 70 something plus. I was going back with Steve and Libby. We were going to new events that they hadn't done for a long time. I was not fussed about it. And I think I did that 70, 75 or something. I think someone is in Parkrun South Africa who's the one who's done the most. He's been like different events repeated. I think I've not seen that data. I'm sure the data may be posted in one of the Facebook groups, but unfortunately I don't see that as much anymore. I would have to be told directly. Maybe someone might be able to answer you if they're watching. Someone like Charlie Pierce would be able to find out data like that. Karen Spatman, back to Uni Parks tomorrow. I will start to wind up and say goodbye. It's about 3/4 of an hour long enough, I think. A Ted Madge handler signed up. Police nabbed me, Dad, everyone. This is Mark Williamson late to the party. Oh, well, there you go. Forrester Dean. My nannied Mark. Might see you at some point. Who knows? If you're there, late to the party. Merry Christmas, one and all. Just arrived in Uckfield. Hot food from Glasgow via Bristol. Catch up later. Yeah, there you go. David Owen, how come so many people went to parkrun on Saturday? Yeah, there were high numbers at certain places. I think just people spread about. It's the travelling day. The service station. Where did I? Cheveley service station. Jammed. Absolutely jammed. Early afternoon. People just migrating all over the place. So I think certain parkruns had bigger numbers because other people were returning home. I think it's just like it would have been fantastic. It would be fascinating to see that data if people could track it, which we can't. Christmas Bake Off is on at 8 o'clock tonight. Well, there you go. I'll let you guys go and watch Christmas Bake Off. I'll get off the Tinternet and leave you be. I'll go and watch my Tinternet, go and catch up on my YouTubes, maybe my Netflixes. Will you set up an event thing for tomorrow? I hope so, because it sends me a reminder. I have done. I already have done, Vanessa. I set up the reminders together. I did 2 at once. So it's the same thumbnail picture, but I've just changed the text. So just keep in mind, if there's a reminder, it's not the same one as today. Just have a look. It's the same picture and everything, but I've changed the text. But I have set up a reminder on Facebook and on YouTube. So please go and find it, click it, and tell it to remind you for tomorrow, 12:30, which I think should be a halfway decent time for half an hour for most people. Post parkrun gives you time to get back home, shower, eat a little bit, and so on before main dinner or King's Speech, etc. Jason Cliff Jones, regards to school playing fields, it's winter. Surely PE lessons still include cross-country runs. Yep, true, very true. My old school has a parkrun and there's a decent overlap. They're not the same route. This is very, very true. Cross-country at school, everybody loves that, don't they? You've repeated about 80 parkruns from memory is what I was meaning. Yeah, I haven't checked that data. I thought it was like 70 something. You may know more than me, Lee. Many people know more than I do about my own stats and data. But I think someone in South Africa, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I saw that mentioned maybe about 18 months ago was that somebody in South Africa has repeated the most. But again, I don't have access to that data, so I can't answer your question. Somebody else would have to do that. Ian Thompson, hello, Danny and gang. Merry Christmas. Hello, Ian. Where have you been? Nice to see you join us. Got a Christmas Eve long run in, was ridiculously hot, just like our doofus. It is very mild out, isn't it? It's not a great thing to see. Somebody pointed out some blossom in the tree this morning to me, and I'm like, that is not good. I say grinningly, it's not good. It's I mean, from a disbelief, what can we do? What can we do? Mary Catmus and come on, you Spurs. They lost. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Come on, you Spurs. What did they do? I nearly said they lost. Chelsea did. This is not a football thing. What did Spurs do? Actually, Song Hyung-min, he got me some points. He's in my fantasy team. So, yeah, and Pedro Porro. Thank you for the points. Politics on a Parkrun podcast. Every now and then, but everybody is affected by the general election, and it will impact because you're going to have culture secretaries for Labour. Will they be a big fan of Parkrun? Will they enable more things to happen with it? Everything has a resonance. Man City could go on a 10-match winning streak, unfortunately. Yeah, they did it before, unless they suddenly get finally punished for the 115 financial irregularities, which I think they're building a big case over. That's why I think it's taking so long. Everton went, okay, we'll take the punishment, and then we'll see if we can stay up, because this is the 1 year to do it, to stay up. And Man City, I think the reason they haven't done it so soon, because there is a gigantic legal battle coming. They've got the money to see it all out, haven't they? Your Nendi becomes further away, repeats are necessary. Yeah, because I think sometimes it can be arduous of just traveling so far. I always make sure I try and get in a 10K and always spend time with the core team and chat to people, say hello and try and look around the area. I never want to do a box ticking exercise. But yeah, sometimes it's just sensible just to stay nearby and local. And of course, little things like Nicky Clark's 1000th volunteer at Riddlesdown. I'll be staying local for that. It's only just over in Croydon, not very far away from where I am. Happy Christmas, everyone, says Callum. Happy Christmas to you, Callum. Johan Duvenhaig, Jabu. There we go. I was right. Jabu Makize, 125 repeated events. I thought so. Thank you for confirming, Johan. I knew that. There you go. Yeah, it was me inadvertently for a while. But happy. Well, I say it's not even a title, but yeah, it's something I happened to have done at some point, and then somebody found out that Jabu had done it instead. Karen Spackman, Cheveley is an M4 and A34. Yes, I went in there and I recognized it because it used to stop off there when I used to pop up to your way, up to Harwell, to go and see Libby when she was there. And we'd pop up to see it, and Keir and Didcot and Kieran Beach, the beaches, and obviously Oxford Way and Amy and everyone. So yeah, Cheveley would be the stop I would be popping into, and it was a nice reminder to go back. How did Mary and Joseph know their newborn baby was 7 pound ounces away in a manger? Any more Christmas jokes before we go? I will bring up on the screen. Give us more. Kerry Eastwood, I can take his phone off him this time. Oh, he's with you, is he, Ian Thompson? Snatch it off him. Just let me know when he gets too much, Danny. Well, he's missed out on the majority of it. I'm going to start to close this up, guys. But you're commenting. I'm loving this. Actually, I'm loving this conversation. But I do want to let you guys go to watch your TVs for 8 p.m. We have a daffodil in our garden. Wow. Okay, there you go. Completely separate. Those two comments are right underneath each other, and that is a indication, because Stuart's up in Liverpool and Jenny's over Reading way. My mum has a daffodil flowering already in a garden in Devon. Oh, there you go, in Devon. So literally one end of the country to the other, northwest and then southwest. Yeah, I think nature trying to tell us something. Louise Watts, I started getting interested in doing my makeup for a party when you said you were saying goodbye. I'm now totally ready. That's all right. Yeah, I always do this. I really want to get through all the comments, but I love all your comments in the chat. Spurs beat Everton 2-1. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Thank you. Yeah, yes, they did. They could lose. Yeah, Ange Ball. If they could drop a few more points. Yeah, I don't want them to take over Arsenal. You're going to have some Totteringham's day. That's the day. That's the day when Arsenal can't be overtaken by Spurs in the Premier League. Southampton beat QPR. Steelers beat the Bengals. Good day for sports fans yesterday. Don't rub it in, says Stuart, about Everton, because he's an Everton fan. They are waiting for Man City to get a 12-point lead and dock them 10 points. They should take a lot of their stuff away. Right. Christmas pod is over. Football pod is over. Merry Christmas with me now, says Gypsy Muffin. Thank you very much, Gypsy Muffin. Right. Some of the YouTube names are absolutely crazy. They really are. Right. There we go. Done. Thank you for joining me. It's been fun. It goes by so quickly. The time just flies by. Yeah. Let us know how your Christmas day is tomorrow at 12:30 when I come on. I'm sure you'll have a fantastic day. It's going to be a big, busy one. It's going to be crazy, bushy. I look forward to it enormously. Right. Take care, everyone. Merry Christmas, says Lindsay Barrell. Love to you all. Sleep well. Yeah, nothing else to say really, other than thank you for joining me. I enjoyed it. Big cheesy grin. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And here we go into 2024 soon. It'll be a good year, I promise. It'll be a good year. Take care, everyone. Bye.